Installing music therapist operating system to music therapy students. Educational programs to develop music therapists' ability to operationalize their knowledge. Izumi, Futamata, Showa University of Music. To continue working as a music therapist for a long time, it is not enough to have knowledge and skills. The ability to operationalize knowledge and skills is the core of the music therapist's competence. In this presentation, this core will be referred to as Music Therapist OS. What is OS? An operating system, OS, is installed in a smartphone. No application can function without an OS, which is the prerequisite program that allows the smartphone to function. The knowledge addressed in music therapy education is the equivalent of a smartphone application. Knowledge and skill application. However, for these applications to function, an OS is necessary. In music therapy education, the installation, the OS is of paramount importance. The knowledge learned becomes outdated with the changing times. Therefore, what students should learn is not individual knowledge, but the ability to apply knowledge. The education of this operational ability is the education of music therapist OS. Structure of music therapist OS. The ability to corresponding to the OS are communication skills, stress tolerance, and clarification of value to the student. Bricks forming music therapist OS. The music therapist OS is like bricks piled on top of each other. Each brick is an individual skill. Active listening, the ability to ask questions, understanding context, affirmation, assertion, can communicate with any person, relaxation, distraction skills, self-observation, mindfulness, negative capability. He or she is not afraid to take actions that he or she thinks are important, to aware the direction one aims to take in life. As the bricks are piled up, psychological flexibility increases. Communication skills, active listening, and the ability to ask questions. The foundations of communication are these two techniques, which are used for understanding all others. Understanding context. If we focus only the surface of others' statements, we will never understand them. A statement may have a different implication than its superficial meaning. It is necessary to understand the context of the other person's statement and infer the function of that statement. Affirmation. Affirmation is a response that neither confirms nor denies a statement that is inappropriate to agree to but acknowledges the feeling behind the statement. assertion. In order for others to understand what we want to convey, we need to have the skills to make the appropriate assertions. Can communicate with any person. Concise communication is needed to be able to relate appropriately to others in situations where it is difficult to reach consensus. Stress tolerance. Relaxation. Stress control skills such as autogenic training and progressive muscle relaxation make it easier to cope with stress. Distraction skills. Listing the distractions that one is unaware of can be an effective way to cope with stress. Self-observation. The ability to vocalize the thoughts and feelings that come to mind at this very moment. Mindfulness and negative capability. Mindfulness is the awareness that comes from paying attention without judgment in the present moment. Negative capability is the ability to tolerate being unresolved. Clarification of value to the student. Distraction skills. There are hints of what a student to explore in the activities they do. For example, love to go shopping for new clothes. This could hint a desire to exploring beauty or creation, or to exploring enjoy conversations with shoppers or communication. Exploring discover something meaningful. Research. Creation, communication, research. These values are meaningful to all. Distractions are related to value. To aware the direction one aims to take in life. An example of one of the exercises. Think about how you want to be remembered by people. When faced with a problem, he or she can continue to change to work toward a solution. Students can tolerate not being able to change themselves. Students can work toward a resolution but can also tolerate a lack of resolution. To develop his or her own OS. This is the music therapist OS. These skills, the OS, can be acquired by working on them once a week for 90 minutes for 2 years. Learning of these skills should begin immediately after enrollment. There are exercises to develop each bricks. Each bricks are trained in 3 to 4 classes. All students can develop their own bricks one by one through exercises. OS and well-being. This OS helps music therapists to work with fulfillment. It also helps with client well-being. The music therapist helps the client become psychologically flexible. People must live until their final day, even if they can no longer do the things they want to do, and even if they no longer understand the meaning of life. Being psychologically flexible means being able to find ways to live well while dealing with life's inevitable decline. With this OS, we can live courageously while facing the difficulties we encounter in life. Both clients and music therapists are lifelong learners of skills for well-being. Thank you for listening.